Salina
and Sabrena
cannot come to the phone right now.
We're too busy. We're getting loaded.
Stoned.
Ripped.
Faded.
Yeah, so leave us a message or something.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey.
We're here with another episode of Off the Hook Podcast
Off the Hook
with
Podcast.
Me, Salina Johnson.
And me, Sabrena Contreras.
Woo!
Yeah. The intros, God, I always get so mixed up on an intro.
Yeah.
It feels so
I know.
weird. It's very lights, camera, action.
I don't like saying my own name.
Me
never have.
Me either.
I never have.
Stop, Salina. I have
Should we start introducing each other?
Ooh,
She is Sabrena Contreras.
I actually love that idea.
Okay, that way we don't have to say our own name.
This is like behind the scenes.
We'll try to remember for next time, but there's a good chance we won't. Amber, if you can remember that we said that we would do that,
yeah,
just be like,
let us know. Like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
It is, even like meeting someone who has my name, like calling them Sabrena, I'm always like,
ugh. Dude, there's so many famous Salinas. I'm like, ugh.
Gugh.
I'll be like, oh, the people be like, what's your name? What your name is?
What your name is? Who
you
are you?
Your name. What is? So people be like, what's your name? And I'm like, Salina. And they'll be like Selena Gomez. And I'm like, no. If
any of the Salinas, Salina Quintanilla.
Quintanilla. You're so stupid. That's so funny.
Like a quince. Quinceañera.
Yeah. Yeah, but even then, I'm like, it's not spelled that way. So
no, yeah.
It's not like that.
Yeah,
I
love
like
the
that
way
we have it different.
It's so strange.
But it's never it's never spelled right, and that's fine. But
yeah.
Did your parents have like a reason with the E?
I think that my mom just likes to be different.
Okay. I think my dad just thought that's how the name was spelled.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's all
yeah, he was like filling out the birth certificate while my mom was all like
zonked.
And then he's like sounding it out.
He's like with the rubber band.
Yeah.
The sound of rubber band.
So that's it. So now that's just our life now, right?
That's really funny. Yeah. Well, because my mom's name is Julie, and she always talks about how her mom wanted to spell it July, but everyone was like, that's July. And so
I was like, that's cute.
So she kind of just like gave up, but I'm like, there were so many different things she could have done.
Jooli.
That is not what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe a couple E's.
Julie.
Julee. Or Ju with those dots over it.
Julie, like all like what's that, like Switzerland or something?
Yeah, or like I think like
or
European,
like
French. Yeah, French does it
European.
too. That is so funny. But yeah, so I think that my mom has just like that thing of like, well, my name is spelled so like traditional. Or whatever.
No, a lot of people are doing that. I mean, it's a thing. It's always been a thing.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a thing. Like my niece, her name's London, and it's spelled Londyn.
Ooh, my little sister is Madison.
With a Y?
And she has a Y. Yeah.
So autocorrect still just like doesn't get it when I'm talking about her. I'm like,
she always
sorry.
like series
yeah,
with an actual lady.
I'm like annoyed with her.
She always corrects it to Mary, and I'm like, no, it's my little sister is not Mary.
Mary, there's something about Mary.
But I usually just call my sister Scraper.
Oh,
scrape.
Why?
Scrape. From that song, Scrape, E40.
But she likes it.
No, she doesn't like it, but I like it. I like that song. And when my little sister was born, Like that was the
That was
music
the
I was listening
jam.
to all the time. And so
You've been listening. It's so funny. Full circle.
Scrape.
You've been listening to E40 a lot lately.
I know.
You've referenced him
Oh
like
my
twice this
gosh.
week, and it's only Tuesday.
Fuck. Is that good?
I'm scared. I feel like I'm about to ghost ride the whip.
Watch him scream.
This face, right?
This face. It is insane to me that in high school, in class, we would all actively throw the Thiz face. I don't know if you guys did this.
No, that was just up there,
we
I
would
think.
literally be like this.
I think it was just
we
up
would
there.
throw it.
But like we
And then
wanted
you would
to.
catch it.
Yeah. No, we wanted to, but we wouldn't have felt right about it. Down
Like
here.
you're cosplaying.
Down south. Yeah, we're cosplaying Northern California.
It was actually, it's
people.
so funny to think about like 14, 15-year-olds throwing a Thiz face around the
It's
classroom while we're supposed to be like writing
Yeah.
an essay
Yeah.
or whatever.
Hey, stay in school. It's important.
A kid, his name was Poncho, and he wore a fucking shirt. 15, we were like sophomores. Walks in the class with a shirt that says "Thiz or Die," and was so furious that the teacher was like, "You can't wear that. Like, you have to like turn it inside
Thiz or
out.
that.
Thiz or die.
I know, but this or that.
Thiz or that."
He should have just put a different one. This and that.
Poor kid. He's like,
I'm just trying to be
I'm just
hyphy.
shaboopala boopy,
Yeah.
bitch.
No, they're like, what?
He's like,
They're like, that's not a word. That's why you're
everyone's-
failing English.
everyone's speaking Islamic.
Yeah. Oh my God. Islamic. Shut up. Everyone's Thizbatarian.
A Thisbian. like a thespian.
I know.
But also like a lesbian.
I remember the first time I heard the word thespian, I was like,
You're like, what did you just call me?
I'm like, excuse me? Hey, you don't say that.
hey.
Hey, I'm not a thesbo, okay?
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah. A thespian is like, that's like a high school word. And it's not like,
Totally.
I don't know. It's not, it was like being in 6th grade and learning about like cavemen for the first time.
Oh my
And
God,
it was like
yes.
Homo
Almost-
erectus
yeah.
and like Homo erectus. Are you kidding?
Erectus.
How are you teaching that to 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, whatever, and like not expecting them to giggle?
So my dad and all of his friends, I told you they go to Super Bowl every year.
Oh yeah.
And
LV.
they'll drive like they go to like Vegas for Super Bowl. So they'll drive like a bunch of separate cars, like, you know, do like a whole caravan.
Uh-huh.
And one of my dad like showed me a text from one of his friends, like from the back seat perspective, like all the guys.
Uh-huh.
And my dad's like, he, look what I said. And he put 5 homos heading to Las Vegas. And I was like, Dad. And he's like, it doesn't mean what you think it does. Do you know what a Homo sapien is? I'm like, we all know that's not what you meant by it. Do I know what a Homo sapien is?
We are not in an archaeological fucking setting.
Do you know what a Homo sapien is?
We are not in a sociological setting. Well, you know, talking about it.
Yeah.
A literary
I'm like, like, yeah, I know what that is.
You're blowing dog whistles, Dad.
Did you think I was gonna think that was funny? I took a picture of it. I have it on my phone. Like,
that is
just so funny. I like having leverage, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I could cancel that guy if he makes
Give
me
me
stop
$300.
buying things on his Amazon account. I'm gonna expose him. If he makes me stop buying mid 2000s movies that I've seen a billion times.
If I can't buy Bicentennial Man starring Robin Williams as a robot.
If I can't buy Sugar and Spice featuring James Marsden, not happening.
Featuring young James Marsden.
Exactly what I did too.
I love James Marsden.
So do I.
I don't know why.
Did you
He's
ever
like a
see
white
that
dude.
show, Jury Duty? I think it was called Jury Duty. It's basically, do you know like what the Joe Schmo show is like?
Joe Schmo Show?
Yeah.
Oh, the Joe Schmo Show.
Okay.
Oh, the Joe Schmo Show.
I couldn't even say it. Joe Schmo Show. Okay, so it's basically like a reality show where everybody's actors except for one person.
Oh, and he's a Joe Schmo.
And so the show Jury Duty was a whole like trial setup, fake jurors, fake everything. James Marsden was like on the jury and like he played himself. So everyone's like, oh, that actor is like on the jury with us, whatever. But it was like one guy that didn't know it was all fake.
You know what? I feel like I have seen like pieces of that.
It's like so good, actually.
Yeah,
I really like shows like that.
Was I with you when we watched it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have the most reliable memory.
Okay. But yeah, no, that was recent. I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
it's really good. I like stuff like that. He has no idea. And like,
I love
you're
shit
just like
it's like this big, funny social experiment.
Yeah. And
oh my God. Like seeing how people react to like.
It's like, what would you do with John Quinones?
Oh my God. That is like insane.
I like would never want to be on one of those shows because there's a good chance I'm not going to do anything. And
it's because you're from down here.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh.
I'm like,
you're like,
like, oh my God, she's robbing that blind lady.
Please.
Oh my God, she took that blind lady's cash tip off the table. She can't even tell.
That blind lady.
That is one I've seen. They'll have a blind person leave a big tip and then they'll have somebody come and take it. And it's like, are you going to say anything?
I don't know I don't know if I would say anything.
Like, okay, my thing is like, what if the person who took the tip is like, stabs me for being like part of it, for being like trying to stop them. And then I'm killed for trying to do a good deed.
I feel like I would be like, did he just take that?
Yeah.
And then be like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I would be like, I would be like, so like, I feel like I would probably be like, what is that? I don't know.
I don't know either. See, and you don't
feel like
know
I
until
want
it happens.
to believe that I would do that. Like I would
but then
step
in the moment, you
but
never
in the
know.
moment, a lot of times I freeze.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like taken aback or like, I don't know. It always makes me so sad though when I like feel like I could have done something and I like
I hate that. And you think about it later and you're like, dang it.
Oh God. Sad subject.
Anyway. Lately, what I've been doing.
We're in subject sad right now.
Do you avoid roadkill when you're driving?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, I get chills.
It's gross.
And it's like a full body.
And you can feel it when you're going over it.
Yes, you can feel it like saying, please.
Lately, I've been doing this thing where I can't stop looking at it and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I'm like, why? Sometimes it's a cat or something. And I'm like, oh, no.
It is so shocking. Did I already tell you about when I was driving with Alexi and those
up there?
boys up to Clovis or whatever?
No,
and there was like, I'm so sorry, trigger warning, dead dog on the side of the road. And we were all like, oh shit. And then this is like epitome of what it's like being with all comics is like, I was like, that was rough. And I didn't even like mean it as like, I meant it like that is so fucking
like with
rough.
The GH.
But then, we were all like, just like
can't
laughing
take anything
so
seriously
hard after.
You can't.
But it's like, I mean, God, no, but it is so sad, especially when you see like just a large.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, like a large animal.
What is that?
Yeah,
I gotta
what is
see
that?
it. I gotta see it as I get closer. I'm like,
I like it though when it's like, I like it when it's like a big branch
or like a rug.
A rug.
Fell off someone's truck.
Good rug.
A good rug. I'm like, oh, I thought that rug was a dog.
A good bag of clothes.
Yeah, something like that.
That fell.
It's always funny when like shoes, you see like shoes on the freeway. Like,
like
how did that get there?
I know.
Or do I want to know?
One time I was outside of an open mic in Portland and there was this man who I think it's safe to say was tweaking hard. And he was like, ah! And then he kicked his foot up and his shoe fell off in the process of him kicking his foot up, and the shoe landed, and he just walked away. And I said, "That's how it happens."
That's so
oh
crazy.
my God, that's literally. We just saw that story play out, and now there's a
Every
shoe.
time I see a single shoe, I'm just gonna assume someone was just like, hey.
It's so funny.
Didn't give an F.
Didn't give Fs.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for him, though. He doesn't care about material things.
No, he says shoes come and go.
Exactly. I'll find me a new pair.
He will, and I believe in him.
Yeah.
I feel like homeless people are so underrated in their resourcefulness.
I think so, too.
The fuck?
You want to hear a funny homeless
Like,
person story? So my
damn.
sister's, like, afraid of them.
Oh, no.
You know, she's like, they make her really nervous if we got to walk by. Anytime she's like, you know, I could tell she's very uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
And at this time, well, she works in downtown LA, and she doesn't really like leave her building for work much because she doesn't want to like interact with, you know, whatever.
She doesn't want to smell meth.
Yeah. And then one time she did, and this homeless guy, like jumped in front of her with like a coat and was like, "Bet you ain't got one of these." And he wasn't flashing his dick. It was a moon pie, the dessert treat. He said, "Bet you ain't got one of these." And it was a moon pie. And she was like,
It's honestly crazy because her fear
so now I just can't think of, and like,
is
moon
probably
pies ever the same
attracting that.
100%.
Because I've never had that experience
Me
at
either.
all.
It's
I've
just
never
like
had an
when people are
experience.
like with a dog or something, you know, like you gotta don't let them smell your fear. At
Yeah.
fucking at Not Scary Farm and Universal, the more scared you act, the more they like interact
I feel
with you.
like,
So you have to just be
like if you're just chilling.
I try to get so high that I'm just like
a lot.
walking around Halloween Horror Nights.
I feel like a lot of times people just want to like chat really quick, say their little story, say a little thing. Oh,
But
okay,
then,
cool.
but then you get sometimes stuck with like
Followers.
they won't stop.
Yeah.
They'll follow
Well,
you.
yeah.
You
and
know.
then it's like, all right, see you later,
Yeah,
friend.
to the point where I have to be like, get away from me now. God, here, take my
I
money.
just want to cross the street.
No, 100%.
Yeah, I know. It's such. Oh,
It's
gosh.
that's just it's a gamble, you know.
Everything's a gamble.
It's a gamble, just like everything in life.
Just like life, it's a gamble.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yesterday, I told Greg that I have 100% faith that you would come in and beat someone up with me.
Me?
Yeah, that we would together if we had to.
Yeah. Like I'd jump in.
Yeah, like loyalty.
Oh shit. You know, it's funny because we were just talking about yesterday how
We couldn't punch.
I can't imagine punching someone.
I
me,
mean, like metaphorically.
and them going down to the ground. I can imagine them being like, "Oh, what the fuck,
my God.
you idiot!
What the hell are you doing?
Did you just
attempt?
was that a slap?"
Did you just attempt to punch me?
And then I'd end up hurt. I'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
my knuckles, my fingers." But like we talked about, the adrenaline could be a thing. We've never been in
I
a fight
think-
before, but I would imagine the adrenaline would be a thing, and then you're just like,
And I would
Yeah.
have rage.
Except don't hit like this. Hit like this.
like that.
No, with
Oh,
With your elbow.
Oh, shit, but that-
then you wouldn't break your hand.
oh, I always wanted to headbutt somebody. I think that's sick.
Oh my God.
If someone's
That is
talking-
Capricorn core.
If
and you
someone's, like,
cannot tell me different.
Talking shit to me, the first thing I want to do is just headbutt them.
That is a goat talking.
I just want to like.
That's the goat talking in you.
I'm
That
like,
is
get
so
close enough to me, and I might actually.
funny.
I don't care that it'll hurt my own head.
I always think about like just like grabbing their face and like fucking like. I had to yell. I was telling you
yeah.
earlier a little bit, but like I wasn't even gonna bring this up because it was so. But I have never been so. I don't think I've ever had so much rage to a stranger before that I like don't know. But it was this fucking. So I park in a parking garage, and to get out, they just put in this new fucking thing where you don't wave your card anymore. Bless you. You just, there's a camera right there and it scans your license plate.
Freaked me out last time.
And
I'm like, what if it doesn't work?
No, literally, what if it doesn't work? And you know what, Selena?
Sometimes
It doesn't work sometimes.
God.
It doesn't work sometimes. And I'm like, I've paid. Like, this is so annoying. So what I've done the last couple times that it doesn't fucking open for me is like there's another entrance around the way or whatever. But it's super inconvenient when people are behind you waiting to also get out.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so, and then that one works. So this morning I got my little coffee and I was walking, and then the man was standing there, like at the entrance, and there was a car there, and he was like doing something on his computer. So he was like opening it, right?
Oh, the guy like at the thing that works the gate.
Yeah.
He worked there.
That works, yes.
Okay.
So he's standing there and he's like doing something on his little computer, and there's a car waiting to get out. So I walk past, and because I've had issues, I said to him, "Is it working okay?" Just like that. He ignores me. He does not say anything. And I'm literally like, I don't know, 10 feet away from him. So I get up right next to him and I'm like, "Did you hear me?" And I was like, just standing there. And then he was like, "It's working fine." Didn't look up, didn't like say anything other than that. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I just want to let you know that like for me, it hasn't worked a couple of times. And so that's why I was asking you. And it's really sweet of you to answer so like promptly." Doesn't say anything. I walk away. And then I told him also like, yeah, and I had to like, back up and like go all the way around. And then that one like works. So I'm assuming that this one like has an issue. Whatever. So I walk away. I go to my car. Oh, guess what?
It doesn't work.
Oh, guess what? It wasn't working.
Shut up.
It wasn't fucking working. So I like am pissed because I just had a conversation with this fucking piece of shit who's like an older like Mexican dude who I'm like, it pisses me off like older Mexican men because
it's the
like
machismo thing.
It's the machismo, but it's also like I'm sure that you know what it's like to be completely disregarded and completely like dismissed and people not answering you. And you want to do that to me because most likely because I'm a woman.
100%. Yeah.
And I fucking hate you. And so I got out. I literally like parked my car like on the red and I marched down there and my voice is all shaking. So I felt like kind of dumb, but whatever. I don't care. But I was like, I just wanted to tell you that you were wrong. And the gate isn't working. And after I had that conversation with you, like you didn't say anything, you didn't address anything. And I did want to let you know that you are the only person that I've ever dealt with here that's been so rude. And he was like, "What's your phone number?" And I was like, "I don't have time to give you my phone number. I just wanted to let you know that you are so rude and you were wrong and it's not working." And then I left.
Yeah, bitch. Yes.
But I was so mad.
Of course it wasn't working. Honestly, when you were telling me that story, I was like, I hope the gate doesn't work when she tries to get out right now.
No, and I was kind of hoping too, honestly, because I was like, you fucking piece of shit to say to me without looking up, like it's working fine. Go fuck yourself. No, it's not. That's why you're standing there, you stupid piece of shit.
Why else?
Why would you even say like why are you lying?
I hope you never see him again. And if you do, I hope he remembers you.
I really hope that he like, and it pisses me off because I know that like even though I was calm and like not yelling, like I didn't raise my voice, but I know that he just sees in front of him an emotional
hysterical
female
lady. Yeah.
Like, and his blank fucking face. And I literally wanted to do it. I wanted to fucking rip his
You should have
face
headbutted
off.
him. You should have walked straight up to him and just went boom and headbutted him. Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, dude. I was so mad.
I hate that.
I'm just kidding.
Ugh, there's people like that. I'm just like, why I oughta.
It really like, and I was like, why is it bothering me so much? Why is it making me so mad to the point that I had to like go and tell him? But it's like, I don't know, dude. I just feel like men are really fucking atrocious sometimes.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, if I was like a dude and I walked up to him and I was like, hey, like, ¿qué pasa?
Yeah. Yeah.
¿Qué pasa, amigo? Fucking, like, what would he have done?
Yeah.
You know, you would have,
100%. Then he would have S your D.
I cannot.
Because he's gay.
Because he's gay, obviously. And that's what I was like, honestly, he's probably a fucking miserable ass person.
100%.
And his
And
dad
that's
did
the
not
thing.
hug him.
That's the thing too.
His dad never hugged him.
That's the only saving grace for me is like I think about like people that are like that and I'm like, calm
They're
down.
sad.
Like their life fucking sucks and like your life is great. Like, you know, this is their like one moment to feel like good.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Like, you
this
have
is how they
power.
do it. Whatever, good for you, but I feel bad for you.
Yeah, genuinely, it's like a pity. Like,
Yeah.
I really do feel bad.
And also, like, I want to tell them that because, like
act
nobody
different.
wants somebody to feel pity toward them, you know?
No, especially a
Oh, I
dude.
feel bad
big,
for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
big man with your fucking little tiny little fucking iPad and your little teeny tiny fucking little tiny little brain with your little power and your little pee pee power. You got pee pee power. Oh my god, I hate it.
Jesus criminy.
But anyway, so yeah, Pisces season. That's
Yeah,
what we got
what's
to
like
start.
the Pisces? Like, what are
Pisces
they about?
is like, okay, so it's the last zodiac sign.
One of my best friends, Brian, he is a Pisces.
But okay, so first is like water, the fish, and then there's like two fish, right? They're like yin and yang kind of fish. So it's like this duality of like mind and like spirit, you know? It's very like inside, it's very intuitive, a little bit like delusional.
Okay.
A little bit slutty.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Very like, yeah, just very like fluid, like water, you know? And connected to like the feminine, intuition. Yeah, Queen of Cups,
Interesting.
if you will, in tarot. Very Pisces, yeah. So yeah, I mean, get ready.
Okay. Well,
It's right before the spring, though. Oh my god,
I can't wait till it gets warm.
Oh my god,
I'm so sick of being cold.
I want to swim. I just want to swim. Remember last summer swimming?
Yeah. And the summer before.
And the summer before that, and
Then probably the summer before that. Maybe even the summer before that one.
I love summer and spring really too. I love
me too.
spring.
Ooh, we're gonna be in the Pacific
pretty.
Northwest for spring.
Yeah, I hope that it's. I hope it's warmer. Sometimes in March it's not.
It's not.
You need to bring your big jacket. Don't forget a big jacket.
A big jacket.
A big jacket and a couple of small jackets.
I don't have like a raincoat.
That's okay.
Just a jacket.
People don't even use umbrellas over there.
That's right.
Isn't that crazy?
I would look lame. That's
Yeah,
how it is like
you would
in
be
like Europe, some places too. They don't use umbrellas.
They would be
and they're
like, the fuck is wrong
I'm like,
with her?
sorry, my
Yeah. Well, I remember at U of O, there was this older dude from the East Coast. He was from like, I think he was from New York or like Boston or something. And he mentioned one time like, yeah, like everyone's fucking making fun of me for wearing or for using my umbrellas. Like everyone uses an umbrella on the East Coast.
yeah, not here.
It's so weird.
I
like
know.
regional. Yeah, I would always just lose my umbrella. That's why. That's mostly why
I've
I
lost
stopped.
every umbrella I've ever owned.
Because I would buy like a cool one. Because it's gotta have a
'Cause
cool
it could
one.
be cute.
Yeah. I had one that had like, it was like a bubble one and it had fish on it.
That's so
It
cute.
was so cute, and I lost that.
You know
I've
what's
had a
really
few.
embarrassing when you're using an umbrella and it's windy and it goes like inside out. It's so
Or even if it pulls,
even if it pulls you,
that shit is
it's so
humiliating.
embarrassing. I'm like,
Would you
don't
rather?
even need it anymore. I'll put it away and just like let it rain on me.
Would you rather that, like your umbrella? Your umbrella does that, or would you rather like tweaking your ankle like in public and like people see?
First of all, I do that all the time. And then I'll be like,
Which do you prefer?
I'll comment on it, whether or not I think anyone saw it, just in case someone did. And I'll roll it, and I'm never like, I always have to say something. Because first I'm like, ow. Uncontrollable. Ow. And then I'll be like, oh, that's crazy. Or like, twisted my ankle. Or like, there's a curb there. I feel like, even if I didn't see anyone around, if somebody happened to see it, they'd be like, oh, she knows that she goofed. If you're aware of your goof, it's less humiliating.
I definitely look around. I'm a looker.
No, I'm like, oh.
I'm like,
I just limp away. All right, time to go on with my day. I would rather the umbrella thing happen.
that is so embarrassing. Or like, oh my God, I did this like 4 times the other day. I was like, oh, I'm gonna switch lanes, and then it merged right after.
Oh God.
And I felt like such a dick, just like a stupid.
I do that all the time.
Dick.
And you know why? Because when I'm in that and someone's doing that, I'm like, you fucking idiot. How big and bad do you feel now? Like you thought you were gonna get ahead of me? Like
Clown.
we're merging. So then all So then I do it, and I'm like, oh God. Sorry, I could have swore it was still just its own lane up here. Like I wasn't trying to.
Like, wow, I'm embarrassed.
Well, on the way here, I rode in the carpool lane the whole way.
You are so brave.
And the crazy part is I was at a dead stop in traffic, and I was starting to panic because I'm like,
you can't get out.
You can't get out. Like, so I was just like paranoid about seeing like a motorcycle cop because there's like an accident or something, right? Because we're stopped completely. And when we're moving.
Hopefully if there's an accident, they're more concerned about the accident than you being in a fucking carpool lane. No,
right?
100%.
Okay, so.
They back up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, my baby's back there.
They're like,
she has whooping cough. Do you really want to see her?
She has hand, mouth, foot.
We both do.
We were sharing an ice cream. We both have hand, mouth,
you
foot.
Remember? Yeah. It's a weird story. So, and then I listened to it today, and I'm like, God, you're gross. Who gets a little toddler disease? That's disgusting.
No, it's like getting chicken pox or something, which
everyone
like, gets chicken pox.
There's also something called hoof and mouth. And
horse?
People kept thinking that.
Are you a horse?
People kept thinking that that's what I had.
Oh my God.
When I was saying hand, foot, mouth. Let me look up what hoof and mouth is. Because hoof and mouth, obviously it doesn't sound good, right? Okay, hoof and mouth is a highly contagious viral disease that affects cloven hoofed animals like cattle, sheep, goats, and pigs. So I would be like,
people thought that you had a disease of a goat or a pig.
I guess.
Or a horse.
I'm like, it was like every single time I was like, oh, I had hand, foot, mouth, hoof and mouth. Remember when you had hoof and mouth? I'm like, can you shut the fuck up? It wasn't hoof and mouth.
Do these people listen to Joe Rogan?
Probably. You want to know something so funny?
Yes.
When I was doing my community service for my DUI, picking up trash at the park, first of all,
I bagged onions for one
I
day.
liked being outside.
Yes.
I was like getting my steps in.
It was good. Life was good.
So the way that process worked for me is there was a tree farm up in the hill, like the mountains kind of by my house, like 20-minute drive. That's where we would have to meet. And then they would put us all in a van. So there'd be like 7 people in a van and then drop us off to like rake up leaves or like pick up trash.
Sounds fun.
Wasn't too bad. I met some pretty interesting people. But yeah, there was this one like big Joe Rogan head that I got stuck with. And like we were picking up trash and he was just talking about like MDMA and Joe Rogan. And I was just like, this is the worst day of my community service. Put me back with the cholas that loved me over there.
I want the chola.
They loved me, dude. They were the ones that were like, "You're funnier than Amy Schumer." I was like, what? That's like the only one they know, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
You know what?
They were like, we had so much fun with you. They were like, let us get your number. And I was like, no.
Actually, we're not going to hang out after this. No.
This was fun, but.
Oh, no.
You won't be seeing me again.
Don't call me, I'll call you.
This was fun, though. This was fun.
You just pop up now. You're like, I have a show.
Remember me?
Hey, I have a show
From community service, Amy Schumer. Remember that? I had you dying laughing while you were shoving leaves in a bag.
That is so funny.
Yeah, they were like, it's fun when you're here. I'm like, oh.
My first DUI, I didn't have to do community service. But my second DUI, I had the choice of doing community service. It was like 80 hours, and I had to do it within 6 months. Or 2 days in jail. And I was like, give me, please, God, I don't want to go to jail.
Hell no.
Please don't let me go to jail. I'll do the community service. They gave me the community service option, which I guess they usually don't do that. Like, usually it's like, go to jail, bitch.
Okay.
So they gave me the community service. And then, yeah, so I like worked full time at that point, and so like, and then I couldn't drive and stuff, so it was just getting to be so crazy. And I like went a couple of times, bagged some onions, whatever. But then I was like, I like called my lawyer and I was like, just put me in jail.
What?
I'm ready for jail, coach.
What?
So I chose to go to 2 days in jail. I was in jail.
What?
I was in jail.
Was it fun?
Selena, it was so miserable. It was so scary.
Wait. Okay.
So
The onions, where were you bagging them at? Like a farm?
No, it was like a
co-op?
Yeah, it was like a co-op. It
And you
was
just
awful.
didn't wanna-
I fucking hated it.
You
I
chose jail over that.
I chose jail, and then I was just getting so stressed out about like completing the 80
For
hours
sure.
because they wouldn't let you do like more than like 4 hours at a time.
Oh my God, that's so dumb.
That was the other thing. Yeah. So I was like, well, how the fuck
Dude,
am I
ours were
going
like
to do all
7
of this?
a.m. to like 3, like a
See,
work
yeah,
day.
like they would not, it wasn't like that.
Did you
So
stay the whole 2 days?
I stayed the whole 2 days. Yeah, I remember like at one point I was like trying to relax.
Just chilling.
And I was trying to do yoga, like trying to use the little fucking shabby ass blanket as a
yoga mat.
but it was slipping all around, and my feet were slipping and my hands were slipping. I was slipping. I was slipping, sliding, and I just think about like the cops watching me.
Yeah. You're like this bitch. No, 100%.
This
like
poor
that
little
room
bitch.
with all the screens. They're just like,
Yeah.
look at what's she doing now.
And I had already been sober at this point too for like 6 months, so it was like, oh God, it was really. And then the guy I was dating at the time, he told me that he would pick me up, and guess what? He was late like an hour and a half. So I was like sobbing when I got out. I was like, and then the cop that fucking that let me out, he was like, so what'd you think?
Yeah.
And I wanted to fucking punch him in the face. And so yeah, I was just like so worked up, and then I had to wait for this stupid piece of shit to come pick me up.
Oh God. You know, that would be
Anyway.
a problem for me because I like to be comfortable.
Bro, it was the most uncomfy. And I was trying to just like relax. And I think now maybe if I had to, like, God forbid, I don't want to do it ever. I'd never want to go to jail.
No.
But if I had to do it, it would be like, okay, just
Different.
fucking chill. But I was such an anxious mess at that point, and like jail is so like the creepiest thing I think was that they gave like with the meals. I hardly ate, by the way. I like could not.
Of course.
I did drink Kool-Aid in there, which I think is kind of funny.
Yeah.
They gave us Kool-Aid.
Whatever. I love like a party.
Like the Jonestown fucking
yeah,
cult.
exactly. Literally drinking
Here's
the
some
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. But they would give you like desserts. They give you like I remember I got a fat fucking piece of spice cake. And I was like, that's fucking disgusting. That's so gross to me. Like this juxtaposition of like this cake that's like sweet and like good in this like, oh God, this just like barren,
Honestly,
barren
dude,
evil energy
I'm,
fucking
like,
shit.
so interested in this. Did you ever? I don't know if you ever watched the show 60 Days In.
Yeah, I've watched that. I don't really watch it though because it gives me fucking anxiety.
It does, and it just makes me realize that like I don't think I would do good in prison.
Prison, there is no way. There's no fucking way. That's why I don't murder
think that,
anybody.
like,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Well, I'm not trying to be with the white people, but I don't know that I'd fit in enough with the Mexican people because I don't know Spanish.
You wouldn't.
Where would I go?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm sure like anything, you get a routine, you get maybe like 1-2 people that you can like try. I would just read, dude. That was another thing. I asked for a book because they have this catalog of like books that you
Nice.
could get and read, and they ignored that request. I did not
You
get a
asked for a
book.
book?
Yeah, they're like, this fucking dumb
They're
bitch.
like, you literally,
She's here for
nobody's
2
ever asked for a,
days.
yeah. What do you think? You're going to finish a book in 2 days?
I'm like, can I get Memoirs of a Geisha? That's the one I wanted. I was like, oh, I've never read that. Let me escape with my mind.
2 days.
Sabrina's doing like pull-ups, everything like hardcore prison.
Stop.
It's been
2
5
days.
hours.
Yeah.
It's 5 hours in. It's
She's
the
like, I
same
can't take
day.
this anymore.
She's writing letters for prison.
I was.
She has all these marks on the wall for how many days she thinks it's been.
It's like minute by minute.
Yeah.
I had like no concept of time in there. There's no.
I don't like it.
There
yeah.
was like
Trying
this.
to escape.
Yeah, with a spork, with a little spork.
I save the spork. I break the spork a little bit.
That is so funny. I hope it never is gonna happen, but
No,
it is.
oh my God. I literally had a panic attack at work like a couple days after I got out. I was like,
Yeah.
everyone, I just went to jail. And sometimes I'll text my ex-boss and be like, remember that time I had a panic attack after I came back from jail? It's just crazy because me, like,
Dude.
you know me, Salina.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dude, that's crazy. That's the worst too. I mean, like I had it was like
Being
my new manager's like first week on the job there, and I didn't even have her number, but the jailer lady let me like go through my phone book, and so I called my friend that I work with, who was also like a lead at the time, and she still has the voicemail to this day. I'm like, Ashley, I'm not gonna be able to come in today. I like got a DUI. I'm in jail, so I'm just not gonna be able to come in today. If you could just tell Amy that I won't be.
I'm in jail. When did they let you out?
I was only there for like 4 hours, and I was by myself alone.
Were you still like drunk?
Yeah,
Yeah. Were you crying? I was a mess.
I
both
wasn't crying
times.
at all. I didn't cry at all until I got
What?
home.
Wow.
And Russ said when I was leaving the jail, I was like waving goodbye to everybody. He's like, only you, dude.
You could not pay me to wave to any of those motherfuckers.
He's like, yeah,
I
they're
was
like your
pissed.
pals, you know. I'm like,
They're like, all right, too short. Like
I
calling
already
you
have
like
we
nicknames.
have a secret handshake, a long ass handshake. Me and the jailer.
All right, sugar bum.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, I had my phone calls,
That's
and
so
I called Russ,
funny.
and he was like half asleep, like, no, like said like he wasn't gonna come get me, like he was half asleep, but I was like, And I hung up, and I'm like, I told the lady, the jailer, I was like, he's not gonna come get me. He said,
he's not gonna come get me.
and she's like, your man? And I'm like, yeah. He said he's not gonna come get me. And we were all just like, and she's like, damn, that's cold. Is there anybody else in your phone that you think would? I'm like, yeah, but let's sit here and talk shit for a while.
Oh my
What's going on with you?
God.
Yeah, so then when I left, I'm like, bye.
I did not have that experience. Everyone was my enemy.
Calling my parents was the worst.
Yeah, that's.
We were supposed to go to Cabo 2 days later. Well, we did.
We had plans. We still had them.
Listen.
We still did them.
Okay. So I get my DUI. And so I wake up, or I get out of jail like 7 a.m. that morning. And then we're going to Cabo the next day. Yeah. And so I'm like, oh my
So
God.
you were all hungover, like getting prepared for Cabo and dealing.
Well, I'm
oh my
still
God,
like,
that's
am I
so
even going to
much.
go? Like, this is crazy. I had to tell
so
my parents, like,
much.
I couldn't have done the trip without telling them. So I called my mom and told her, and she's like, well, you know, you got to tell your dad now. And I'm like, ah. So my dad had texted me that morning, like, when I turned my phone on, like, do you have a Bluetooth speaker we could take to Mexico? So I turned my phone on after getting out of the jail.
You're
and
like,
I'm like,
I have a DUI.
I'm like, I can't even right now. So when I call my dad to tell him the news, I still haven't responded about the speaker. And so he answers and he's like, hello, you know, like all happy. And I'm like,
Yellow.
I'm just about to ruin
Talk
his
to
day
me.
right now. Yeah, the speaker. I'm like, Dad, this isn't about the speaker. I have something to tell you.
This isn't
And
about the
I'd say the whole
speaker.
thing, and you know, he gives me like a speech, and like,
Was it like a nice speech?
yeah, I mean, like he didn't yell, but you know, I could tell he's disappointed, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then before we hang up, he's like, "So, do you have a Bluetooth speaker or not?"
But back to the original thing.
Yeah. And so we're like in Mexico, and I'm like, I don't even want to drink, you know. I'm just like,
Salina.
and it's like all inclusive too, dude. And then my parents, like the second day we're there, they're like, what are you gonna do about it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, honestly,
you know, like while you're
100%.
here, you're not gonna be able to do anything about it. Just they wanted me to just drink and party with them so
they're
bad.
like, God, you're
yeah, they're
bumming.
like, God, you're
really bumming us out, Salina.
They're like, you can't do anything
can
about it
you
now.
just get
So
fucked
just
up?
take all these shots and let's come on.
Can we all just get fucked up as a
Yeah.
family?
Yeah. It's like always something before we go to Cabo. Like the first time we had planned, I was already scared to go to Mexico. I'm like, they're gonna kill us, whatever. Like a few days before the trip, my dad sends me an article, like 3 beheadings from tourists, blah blah blah, whatever. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
so I have panic attack. Cancel the trip. I don't go. They still go. And I'm like, why'd you send that to me? You know?
Why did he send
I don't
that
know.
to you?
And
A beheading?
the second time we went,
Jesus.
my grandpa died the day before, so we're like,
shit. R.I.P.
and then the DUI the year after.
Why are you still going to? You guys need to go to Hawaii. This is the message. We need to go to Hawaii.
I know, you know, the H word is.
I know. I'm
it's
sorry,
a hot topic
but-
in, with my parents.
Well, your dad needs
To take her, he just needs to take her already.
to stop. Go. How many signs do you need?
I don't know. We just booked for the summer though, so we'll see. I don't even want to know what's gonna happen this time, and I'm scared. I'm scared, man.
That is really scary. That reminds me of me and my family used to do a Pismo beach camping trip like every year. And the one year that my mom decides we need a first aid kit, we need it had been like 3 years and we didn't have a first aid kit.
I hate
Nothing
it.
ever happened. The year that she brought it, there was a foot cut, a large foot cut. There was a diabetes insulin, too much. Boy was drinking way too much and he had diabetes and was just being all willy-nilly about it. And he ended up having to go to the hospital. There was all this shit and we were like, Mom,
But yeah, like
fuck
why?
the first
Why did you
aid
do
kit.
this?
Why you're a witch?
No, my mom always
You're
does
a
that
freaky
too,
witch.
and I'm like, like even her like, what if this happens? I'm like, why are you?
My
Shut
mom
up,
is
shut
no,
up.
she is the reason that I carry a taser. My mom is the reason
Yeah.
I carry a taser.
My mom's
because
always
I'm
been like, well, what if this? What if
they're
that?
gonna jump out.
Like, don't even. And she thinks the worst, you know. And I know
Yeah.
that she does, and then it freaks me out. I'm like,
No,
stop
'cause-
even thinking about it.
Yeah, and I feel like just like being products of that, like
Uh-huh.
growing up with that,
Little
we
anxious,
get those like
yeah.
emotions and
Mhm.
feelings and
Plus,
thoughts.
Final Destination movies.
And fun. I was just behind a truck with its hazards on, and it was a way too large of a log.
Yeah.
Way too large of a log.
What?
Being
Why?
being supported by one strap of nylon.
Yeah, your
I'm
head's
like,
coming clean off.
I'm getting away from you.
So yeah, and like I started watching that the other day, and I'm like, what are you doing?
No.
Right after the plane crash in the beginning, I'm like, what? Are you trying to never fly again? This is me to me right now. Are you trying to never fly again right now? Like you already can't be behind a truck with logs or like pipes or anything like that. Done. That's done.
I prefer
I'm not scared of flying either.
I prefer like being afraid of possession
100%.
instead. Yeah, or demons lurking.
Yeah.
Cuz it's like
That like freak accident shit.
It's
I don't
like-
like it.
oh hey.
Yeah.
You know, but with the freak accident, it's like,
Uh-huh.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Ah.
I definitely so we were watching Scream yesterday. I definitely bam, bitch went down. I'll send you a copy.
Bam, bitch went down. Rose McGowan.
I love her.
I actually genuinely do want a portrait of her on
Imagine how
me.
tired we are. Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker.
That movie freaked me out.
movie
I
was-
loved it though.
That movie was such a an abstract
Totally.
thing to understand as like a little kid,
Uh-huh.
but I remember just like being like really into it.
Oh, I liked
like,
it
didn't-
visually.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it like
Cool
attracts you as a
clothes,
young
cool-
girl.
cool chicks.
Yeah, it's just like girl power,
creepy,
cool-
kind
yeah.
of like
Um,
murder.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck is really going on here? And
Yeah.
the Jawbreaker thing was crazy. I'm like, oh
I
wow.
haven't the scene of like
Of
the
it in her-
pulling
yeah.
pulling the. Yeah, dude, what is the? I need to revisit that
It's
movie
so
because I haven't
good.
seen
and
it
it's
in
definitely
a
not
minute.
for kids.
No, it's not. What was I doing?
But no, our generation, we were watching that shit. No, same. My mom's like, oh yeah, that looks cute. Jawbreaker, cute. The
I love
cover, I
those.
can remember the cover off the top of my head, and it's cute.
Yeah.
Retro looking.
Can we get this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we get PG-13?
My thing, my mom never even checked. My thing with our Blockbuster nights was I would get one new one and one old one.
Oh yeah, that was classic.
One new release.
Yeah, a new release.
Oh my God, I miss it.
Yeah, I remember always getting like the Sabrina the Teenage Witch movie.
Oh my
Do you remember that
God,
movie?
yes.
I used to get that all. I remember my dad being like, "No,
They hated when you would get the same one. Yeah.
no.
I'm like,
you're-
just buy it for me.
yeah, just get it because I love this movie.
I want to watch Beethoven second every day. Just buy it for me already.
With rice. I
With
was always
rice?
like, why is your name?
The whitest girl in the world, right?
she's all- she has like,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
the
know.
brother's like all nerdy.
That
And
movie,
Charles
though,
Grodin. I love Charles Grodin.
fucked
Oh hell
up.
yeah!
Yes, it's so good.
The evil couple with Regina with her hair all slicked back.
Stop.
Such a villain.
We need to watch that.
Ugh.
Oh my god, a revisit.
We should.
Because yeah, Beethoven, I lived and breathed. Also, that movie Kangaroo Jack.
Oh, I remember that one.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was any like
What
animal
an
kind of deal.
interesting time.
Yeah, huh?
Dude. Dunstan checks in, shit like that with animals.
Yeah,
Free Willy.
Chimps were really.
What was the one with the
poppin'.
seal? What's his?
Flipper?
No,
That
no.
was a girl, right?
A girl.
And she had her hat backwards.
Yeah.
To help train the seal.
Uh huh.
The fuck? I missed that one.
You didn't miss much. Its name is like,
There were so many.
I don't know. There were so many that it's overwhelming right now.
Yeah.
Free Willy was my first real interaction with like anything whale related. And I was like,
Anything-
whoa.
Whoa.
Anything
remember
whale
Flipper.
related. I was like, the sounds and shit. I was like, What's it say?
Andre.
Andre. Yeah, I do remember it being called that.
I feel like actually seeing that. Yes, I do remember that.
The girl was always a tomboy. I was a tomboy when I was younger.
Wow.
Real big on the low pony. I wore like very modest shorts.
Very modest. You're like, I like the long ones.
Right above the knee. It's cute.
Pockets? Yes.
The more the merrier.
More merrier pockets. You can make them into
And
pants.
I wonder why I was like friend zoned all the time. I'm like, but I was cool.
Like, dude, what's up?
But I was cool. But did you get your pants from Old Navy too, or you're back to school shopping?
Cool, yeah, me too.
I think we're wearing the same pants. And then I'm like, go home and I'm like, he's so cute. And he just doesn't think of me.
And we have the same pants.
Because we have the same pants. He's thinking about Alana Goldhaber, whose boobs came in way before mine.
The boobs. People said that I stuffed in 7th grade.
Oh.
And I didn't. So
We were on opposite sides of the spectrum.
So that's a
on
flex.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
people would, they would be like,
Those
like-
can't be real.
I'm like, where? Do you see my ass?
You're like,
Because my ass is big too.
what
Do you
the
think I
fuck?
stuffed that?
What a weird. Kids are so crazy.
Yeah. There was, it was in Baltimore because I lived in Baltimore my
That's
7th
right.
grade year.
Uh-huh.
And there was a rumor around school because everyone knew I was from California.
Mhm.
And there was a rumor that I like lived in hotels. Like I just lived in hotels.
That's very California.
And I was like, I just lived downtown at the Waterloo Apartments.
What?
I live with my mom and my stepdad and my brother in the Waterloo
Like
Apartments.
in just in the apartment.
Not even the top level or anything.
What the kids are crazy. They be starting rumors.
I know.
Did you ever like the Mary Kate and Ashley movies?
Love
Do you
them.
remember like even up until like I mean the younger ones are funny like the Halloween and the detective one, but then even like Billboard Dad and stuff like that.
the older,
those
like
were good
the
too.
preteen?
Those were
Oh
the
my
best.
God,
Those ones I was getting a lot.
I was obsessed with
Yeah.
like that whole, like I wanted to be a Disney Channel original series
Totally.
star
All of the good ones.
so bad.
Brink, Johnny
Yeah, like,
Tsunami, Double
that
Teams,
was my dream.
Motocross, Luck of the Irish,
Oh,
Smart
yeah,
House.
you're just like listening. That should be the name of the podcast title. Just listening. Stepsister from Planet Weird. What's that chef one? The home chef with that little boy, and the dad is like so pissed he doesn't play baseball anymore. He's basically like, "You're a fucking queer." Cause you want to fucking cook? You got an apron on? You don't want to hit balls? Catch balls? You want to cut? You want to cut?
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't remember. Are you sure that's not a Lifetime movie?
Let me see. It's called, I think it's called like Eddie. God, it's something like Eddie Cooks. Let's see. Eddie Disney movie. I'll put Disney movie. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Yeah.
let me see.
2003.
Whoa.
You remember that?
That's my first time thinking of, you know what it is and it'll come to you.
It's so. it's funny.
That's memory unlocked.
I watched that movie during COVID and it was hilarious because we were like, oh,
All right.
his dad thinks he's gay.
Well, I feel like we could talk about this all night,
We could.
and we will, but you guys won't be there. So.
Sorry.
All right, but we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Yay.
Bye.